Good evening. You're watching Left, Right and Centre on a day when a divided BJP has finally declared Narendra Modi as their prime ministerial candidate for the 2014 Lok Sabha polls. Will this gamble pay off for the party? Can Mr. Modi propel the party in the next elections? And what does his leadership mean for this election campaign and for the battle with the Congress party? I'm Nidhi Razdan. The announcement on Mr. Modi came after much drama and some last-minute twists and turns today. BJP President Rajnath Singh tried his best to convince veteran leader L.K. Advani to come on board, but Mr. Advani refused and pulled out of the BJP's parliamentary board this evening, where the declaration on Mr. Modi was finally made. He has expressed his disappointment separately in a letter to Rajnath Singh, but overriding Mr. Advani's objections, the party went right ahead and to cheering BJP workers at the headquarters here in Delhi. They announced that Mr. Modi would be their face for this election.
संसदीय दल ने यह फैसला किया है कि श्री नरेंद्र मोदी को आगामी लोकसभा चुनाव के लिए प्राइम मिनिस्ट्रियल कैंडिडेट के रूप में प्रोजेक्ट किया जाए। इस समय सारे देश में जो जनता का मूड है, उस मूड को देखते हुए और साथ ही साथ अपने पूरे कैडर की जनभावनाओं को देखते हुए भारतीय जनता पार्टी के संसदीय बोर्ड ने यह फैसला किया है।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय नेतृत्व ने मुझ जैसे एक सामान्य परिवार से आए हुए, छोटे से कस्बे से आए हुए एक कार्यकर्ता को बहुत बड़े कार्य के लिए दायित्व दिया है। अटल जी अडवाणी जी के अथाग परिश्रम से वटवृक्ष बनी हुई इस पार्टी के लाखों कार्यकर्ताओं की शुभकामनाएं, राष्ट्रीय नेतृत्व के आशीर्वाद भारतीय जनता पार्टी को अवश्य सफलता दिलाएंगे। 2014 में देश भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ, महंगाई के खिलाफ, सुराज्य के लिए, विकास के लिए पूरा समर्थन करेगा। इस आशा के साथ मैं आप सबका बहुत बहुत आभारी हूं।
BJP, it seems, has crossed a big threshold moment. Mr. Arun Jaitley is with us. Mr. Jaitley, how do you define this moment?
Well, I think the BJP leadership, through its parliamentary board, has taken a conscious decision about 7-8 months before the next general elections, assuming it happens in April next year, that we must go under the leadership of somebody. And unquestionably, Narendra Modi's popularity in the country today is not in doubt. Every opinion poll has indicated that he leads the popularity chart amongst political leaders by a large margin. He's seen as a doer. Additionally, the cadres as also the supporting base of the BJP is most inspired by him. And therefore, this whole process of taking a decision in nominating him to lead the party as a prime ministerial candidate in the next general election, I think is a very welcome decision. It's a winning decision.
But Mr. Advani feels that this is a decision which may divide the polity, polarize it against the BJP.
Well, we normally don't comment on what our senior people say. Therefore, I would not like to comment on it. But
does that view have some logic to it?
I am clearly of the opinion that this is a winning decision as far as the BJP is concerned. I see the next general election being a huge anti-incumbency election. I see a next general election which may even become a quasi-presidential election. There's nothing wrong even in a parliamentary democracy in alliances throwing up their own leaders and the country deciding which alliance is better and which leader is more competent. And I have no doubt in my mind that the reaction against the leaderlessness or the disillusionment with leadership of the UPA is also going to give a great advantage to the BJP as also the NDA. I see a substantial jump in our vote and it's a major hurdle that we've crossed.
Beyond the euphoria and calculations, do you think it's some kind of a beginning of a new era in Indian politics?
Well, I think it's certainly an important defining moment in Indian politics, certainly for the BJP. It marks a generational shift. And I think there is a very large section of aspirational India which is looking for a change.
Do you think it would have been happier if Mr. Advani was here?
Certainly, I would have been very happy, as I've always believed that his contribution to the BJP has been exemplary. It's almost unmatched. We hold him in the highest esteem.
Well, that's Mr. Arun Jaitley there saying a number of things, including how he believes that this is a winning decision for the BJP and that he sees the next election being fought on huge anti-incumbency. The question is it now going to also be an election that will be defined by Mr. Narendra Modi and his personality more than anything else? Joining us on the program tonight, we have senior BJP leader and MP, Mr. Piyush Goyal, who's also the national treasurer of the BJP. We have Rahul Narvekar of the Shiv Sena joining us. Sociologist Shiv Vishwanathan is here in the studio with us, and also with us senior journalist and columnist Aakar Patel. Piyush Goyal, let me ask you first. This much awaited announcement has finally happened, and you can see that the BJP cadre, the BJP leadership is elated by it. But the fact that it was not a unanimous decision, has that soured the notes somewhat?
Not at all. We are a very highly democratic party. It is one party, and I've said this on your show earlier, where even I can go and express my views on a certain subject. I mean, there are economic issues, there are political issues where we all have a very healthy debate. And in my party, we are very happy that we can actually express an opinion. We are not a family-run party where father, son, daughter, they are the only ones who matter, and everybody else, including prime ministers, have to just acknowledge that, okay, after the family, probably the deluge.
But is
So
the
we are
Advani
proud
era...
we have a grassroots leadership and a leader accepted not only by the rest of the party, but by the people of India.
But is the Advani era in your party over? Would you admit that today, that chapter is a closed chapter?
A political party works in continuum. We have ideology, we have a party which was set up first in 1952 when the Janasangh under the leadership of Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, we merged ourselves with the Janata Party, and then in 80 we formed the Bharatiya Janata Party. We are all proud workers. We believe in continuity. I still read the integral humanism that Deen Dayal Upadhyay ji propagated, and I still look up to the ideals of Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, Nanaji Deshmukh, and we continue to hold our leaders like Atalji and Advani ji in very high regard.
Okay, so you're saying that although there are many of your colleagues who've been very critical and very uncharitable about Mr. Advani in recent days. But let me ask Rahul Narvekar. Rahul, how did the Shiv Sena change its position? Was it the sense of inevitability that this was the man that the BJP was going to rally around? Because in the past, the Shiv Sena and its editorials had been very critical, including after the JDU quit the NDA. They had criticized Modi directly, saying that he should rise beyond Gujarat. When the Uttarakhand incident happened, they called him parochial. You said everyone calls Modi a Hindutva mascot, but what has he really done for Hindutva? What changed the Shiv Sena's mind today?
Well, Nidhi, at the outset, through your medium, let me congratulate every member of every alliance party of the NDA for getting an able and credible face to lead them to the forthcoming elections in 2014, if not earlier. Having said that, now let me take your question head on. There seems to be a huge myth, or probably a media gimmick, I would call it, with regards to Shiv Sena's view and opinion about Mr. Narendra Modi. I would like to remind you and take you back slightly in history with regards to Shri Narendra Modi and Shiv Sena's unconditional support to him. In the year 2002, when the entire country was ostracizing Mr. Narendra Modi, Shiv Sena was the only alliance partner within the NDA who had wholeheartedly come out and supported Mr. Narendra Modi, number one. Even during the Narmada Andolan, when Mr. Modi was on a fast, it was our party president, Shri Uddhav Thackeray, who went to Gujarat and extended his wholehearted support to Mr. Narendra Modi. So there wasn't a single incident when we were averse to Mr. Modi or his candidature for the prime ministerial post. However, having said that, in the same breath, I would like to tell you that Shiv Sena is a party that believes in walking the talk. And therefore, if we see that our alliance partner or any of our alliance leaders are not probably following the right path or have erred in any manner, we take it upon ourselves to definitely make it a point and draw their attention to these issues. And that's what we've done in the past.